Rebecca, a horrible crash between a school bus and an SUV left one person dead and landed 18 students in local hospitals. It happened around 8:30 this morning on Anclo Boulevard in Holiday, about a half a mile from Paul R. Smith Middle School. Our Eric Waxler is live in Holiday with more on how this crash happened. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening. So many people tried to help after this accident happened. The SUV actually caught fire, and a bystander went into the bus, pulled the extinguisher out, and put that fire out. Unfortunately, the woman who was trapped inside the SUV still did not survive the violent crash. When this SUV collided with a Pasco County school bus, Dana Hamilton could hear it from his home nearby.
I hear a very loud bang, almost like an explosion.
What did you think it was?
I thought something blew up, honestly.
He rushed to the scene and helped some of the 38 students off the bus. Their driver was injured and her legs pinned in.
All she could say was, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't move. She just came right at me.
FHP says they don't know why the woman driving the Isuzu Trooper lost control and crossed over the center lane right into the path of the bus. She was killed. 18 of the students were taken to area hospitals and treated for bumps, bruises, and neck injuries. The rest were either picked up by worried relatives.
Both of my nephews, Ryan and Steven, and my niece Paige, they all go to the schools right here by Gulfside.
Or put on another bus and taken to school. Veronica Scott and her son Michael were on Anclo Boulevard when the crash happened.
I was worried about the kids, but they seemed to be okay with minor injuries, but definitely injured and shook up.
As for Hamilton, he says he's seen a fatal accident on this road before and wishes he could have done more to help.
I felt so bad for the woman, you know, and the bus driver, I mean, she, like I say, was in total shock. And, my prayers go out to the family of the lady.
And many Pasco County school buses do have seat belts for the students, including the bus involved in this accident. But one of the students who was on the bus says a lot of the kids weren't wearing them today. Live in Holiday, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Eric. Meanwhile, a mother whose son was on the bus that crashed requested he be taken to the hospital where she was working to be checked out. As Althea Paul reports, it was a difficult day for that mom, but the scare could have been even worse.
As a certified nursing assistant, Norma Taylor sees patients at Helen Ellis Memorial Hospital every day. But Wednesday, one of them was her own son.
Once they brought him out, I'm like, are you okay? You know, what's hurting you? Can you talk? You know, and he was okay, so I kind of, I took that breath.
12-year-old D'Angelo Bryant, one of 12 Smith Middle School students, brought to the Tarpon Springs Hospital after their school bus and an SUV crashed in Holiday. D'Angelo getting a knee x-ray after he slammed into the seat in front of him.
The windows were cracked and it was smoking, and then everybody was just screaming and trying to get outside of the bus. I was pretty scared because I thought, since the bus crashed, that I couldn't get out the door.
The students treated for cuts, bruises, and in one case, a broken nose.
The bus driver, she screamed, and then she slammed on the brakes, and all I heard was a boom.
13-year-old Yasmin Rivera walked off the bus with a sore neck and nose.
I was shocked that it happened to us on the bus, and right after I got the bus, my friends started crying and I just broke down too.
Bryant is thankful her son is okay, and even more thankful her other son, who usually rides the same bus, took an earlier one in the morning instead.
That's kind of I only got to deal with one being hurt, not two.
Hospital officials say that most, if not all, of the kids should be going home by today. And they add that they do plan for situations like this, and today everything worked as it should. In Tarpon Springs, Althea Paul, ABC Action News.